The fall TV season has begun, and the first show to debut on the broadcast networks is terrible. It's part of Fox's animation domination lineup. Let's talk about Universal Basic Guys. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my TV review for the new series Universal Basic Guys. New episodes of this are streaming Sundays on Fox as part of their animation domination lineup. Of course, that includes The Simpsons and Family Guy and Bob's Burgers and usually one other show that kind of rotates. Sometimes it's The Great North. Right now it is this one, Universal Basic Guys. And before we get into the specifics of the show, let me welcome you back to Dan Reviews It. If you're one of my subscribers already, thank you so much for that. Love having you come back. If you're not one of my subscribers yet, please consider doing so down at the bottom there, or just like this video, comment below, all that stuff, of course, helps the channel out. All right, so look, this is not a good show. Let's start there, but let's talk about the premise here. So we have these two guys who are Pennsylvania factory workers enrolled in this pilot program called Universal Basic Income, where basically their jobs are taken over by AI robots, and so they are left with monthly income of a few $1,000s, and that leaves them with a lot of free time to get into trouble. And that's sort of the basic premise. And the premise is shown to us in the theme song. It's one of those old school kind of 60s, 70s TV theme songs where it explains the premise of the show, thereby not actually having us watch, you know, in the first episode, these guys losing their jobs or finding out what this program, you know, the pilot program even is with the Universal Basic Income. It just goes right to this really, really stupid and horrible plot about these two guys buying a chimp and it rips one of their faces off. Boy, oh boy, where do I begin here? So this is actually really kind of upsetting that I hate this show so much, because it is not only Pennsylvania, which, you know, I'm a Pennsylvanian, but it's from my home area right outside Philadelphia, Delaware County, Delco. You know, there's a very specific accent there. Kate Winslet used it in Mayor of Easttown. Tina Fey, who is from there, you know, has used it a few times, either in 30 Rock or SNL on Weekend Update. So it is an interesting accent. You know, sometimes when I go home, because I'm a few hours away from there now, sometimes when I go home and hear it, it's a little bit grating to me. It is not the most smooth accent. I love it. You know, it's I'm sure I had it very much growing up. But this is like an exaggerated version of it with these two bumbling idiots. You know, Kate Winslet's was more, you know, appropriate and sort of, you know, very realistic. And Tina Fey is actually, you know, look, she's from there. You know, it's actually very realistic as well. But this show is such a freaking dud. So this was created by brothers Adam and Craig Malamut, or Malamut. I'm not sure exactly how it's pronounced. And they are the voices as well. So Adam does Mark, and then Craig does Hank, who is the younger brother, and then one of Mark's friends as well, Murph. The only voice from the regular cast that I really even recognize is Fred Armisen, who is one of their neighbors, although it does list Kate Flannery as a waitress in a guest role in an upcoming episode. And she is from that area as well. She does, you know, a great Delco accent, so I'm sure that's going to be great to hear. Kate Flannery, of course, from The Office, another Pennsylvania show. Nobody really had accents in that, but I don't know if there's a specific Scranton accent that we would even know. But in any event, let's talk about why this is so bad. So first of all, you know, the whole Fox animation domination thing, look, they've had, obviously, a lot of success with it over the years. You know, The Simpsons has been on for God knows how long, 35 years now. You know, Family Guy has been on and off for 25 years. You know, Bob's Burgers has been on for a long time at this point. But look, there's been a bunch of duds in the last, you know, 4 or 5 years on there, including Bless the Hearts, and the what's the one, Duncanville with not Tina Fey, Amy Poehler. You know, The Great North is one that I continue to enjoy. That is still on. I think that's going into its maybe 4th season. So that's been a pretty big good one. But some of these other ones are just they're not that good. And then you have something like American Dad, which started out on Fox and ran for a few years with some success, and then TBS picked it up and has been running it new episodes for years and years. But look, these characters, these main two guys are essentially, especially the main dude, Mark. He is essentially, Peter Simpson or Homer Griffin. I mean, he is a mashup of these two idiotic fathers. And I don't think there's any kids in this show. Unless they're going to appear, in later episodes. But, so they're not necessarily fathers, but they are morons, and not just like your everyday moron. Peter, at least I think, holds down a job, right? I'm not a huge Family Guy fan. Homer obviously holds down a job, but the premise of these guys not having jobs means that they can basically do just dumb crap, and the writers can just write stupid stuff, and okay, that's funny, right? So they buy this chimp. It's obviously got problems. Its eyes keep popping out of its head. Oh, that's no problem. You just stick it back in. Like, it was gross. And then he rips off the guy's face. That's gross. This is just not funny. There wasn't one line in this that I even smiled at or chuckled at. Nothing. The characters are irritating and horrible, and just amalgamations of all of these other animation domination fathers and men. The neighbor, maybe there could be something there, but it seems like kind of a one-note joke. Maybe we'll see that expand a little bit. I believe there's going to be 13 episodes in this first season. But here's the thing, and Fox does this sometimes with their animation shows because it takes so long to do them. I think this happened with Krapopolis as well. Before the first episode even aired, it was renewed for season 2. So, whether it's a hit or not, I guess it's going to be coming back for a season 2. This is not funny, and knowing that, I don't know if the guys who wrote it are from Delco, but I assume they probably are. And cool, like I want to support my hometown guys here, but this is just the worst show of the year. I was just looking at my grades the other day for the 2024 TV, and I noticed I haven't had any Fs. Well, this is certainly one. This is a terrible show. If you're curious, it is airing Sunday nights on Fox, Universal Basic Eyes, but for me, this is an easy F. I'm not even going to keep watching to see if it gets any better. But there you go. All right. Thank you for watching Dave Reviews It. I'll see you next time. Bye.